Top 10 most underrated players coming into the 2018-19 season. Now this won't be a list of potential most improved player candidates, just simply who I believe will be the 10 most underrated players coming into the new season. Number 10, Taurean Prince. Prince just finished his second season in the NBA and has proven to have all-star potential down the road. In his rookie season, he averaged approximately 6 points per game, 3 rebounds per game, and 1 assist per game on 42% shooting, 32% from 3, and 79% from the line. This past season, Prince would be awarded full-time starting minutes at small forward. He would then put up 14 points per game, 4 rebounds per game, 2.5 assists a game on 43% shooting, 38 from 3, and 84 from the line. Prince has demonstrated extreme potential on offense with his ability to get to the rim, pull up from mid-range, and from 3. Prince is going to catch some people by surprise this season, I guarantee it. Number 9, Kelly Oubre. Oubre is just 22 years old, coming off his third NBA season. His efficiency hasn't always been top-notch, to say the least, but he still serves as a great scorer off the bench who has also shown defensive potential. Oubre stands at approximately 6 foot 6 inches tall with over a 7 foot wingspan, so he has the tools to become a two-way stud with a little bit of effort. This past season, Oubre averaged 12 points per game, 4.5 rebounds per game, and 1 steal per game while shooting 40% from the floor, 34% from 3, and 82% from the line off the bench for the Washington Wizards. Keep in mind, Kelly Oubre is younger than Taurean Prince as well. Number 8, Chris Dunn. Dunn was robbed of any acknowledgement of Most Improved Player of the Year last season. Chris Dunn, as a rookie in Minnesota, would average just 4 points per game, 2.5 assists per game, and 2 rebounds per game on 38% shooting, 29% from 3, and 61% from the line. But then fast forward to his second season in the league, Dunn was let loose in Chicago and would put up 13.5 points per game, 6 assists per game, 4 rebounds per game, and 2 steals per game on 43% shooting, 32% from 3, and 74% from the line as Chicago's full-time starting point guard. Dunn was also able to solidify himself as a great defender at the point guard position last season, something that would also go fairly unnoticed about his game. Number 7, Steven Adams. Adams is the perfect piece to play alongside Russell Westbrook as he doesn't care about his box score stats. Adams is a great roll man in the pick and roll scenario and is an amazing rebounder and defender at the center position. And to anyone who questions Steven Adams' ability to rebound, I would simply point out that 5 of Adams' 9 rebounds per game last season were offensive. He only averages 4 defensive rebounds per game because Westbrook, as we know, has a tendency to steal 5 or more defensive rebounds per game. But again, Adams isn't concerned about his stats, so he's a perfect sidekick for Russ. Lastly, Steven Adams is simply tough as nails and won't ever back down from anyone offensively or defensively. Number 6, Tobias Harris. Although Tobias Harris's breakout season was noticed by most NBA fans, not many truly saw his raw improvements across his entire body of work. He lost some weight, improved his shot, his 1v1 defense, and his ball handling. On his career, Tobias Harris scores about 14.5 points per game on 46% shooting, 35% from 3, and 81% from the line. With the Clippers last season, Harris would average 19 points per game on 48% shooting, 41% from 3, and 81% from the line. Number 5, Jrue Holiday. Holiday played his best basketball last season since he was named an All-Star in 2013. However, he would never receive his recognition until he dominated Damian Lillard in the first round of the 2018 playoffs, where he would hold Lillard to just 18 points per game on 35% shooting and 30% from 3. Holiday in that same series would average 28 points per game and 6 assists on 57% shooting and 35% from 3. This would be about the time where everyone around the league would finally take notice of Holiday's offensive and defensive efforts. Number 4, Chris Middleton. It wasn't until after the All-Star break last season when fans finally took note of Middleton's game, as many argued he should have been an All-Star over Dragic and others. Most fans also agree that Middleton will finally make his first All-Star game appearance in the 2018-19 season. Last year, Middleton put up career highs almost across the board. He put up 20 points per game, 5 rebounds and assists per game, and 1.5 steals per game. He would also shoot 46% from the floor, 36% from 3, and 88% from the line.
Not allowing him to ISO and pick you apart. Middleton again!
Number 3, Domantas Sabonis. Sabonis was never flashy or physically dominant. However, he put up extremely solid numbers as the Pacers' sixth man that went practically unnoticed, especially seeing how much he improved after leaving OKC. In 20 minutes per game in OKC, Sabonis put up a very unimpressive 6 points per game, 3.5 rebounds per game on 40% shooting from the floor. Now this past year in Indiana, Sabonis put up approximately 12 points per game, 8 rebounds per game on 51% shooting. As I said, nothing crazy, but solid numbers for someone who was thought of as a bust after his rookie season. Number 2, Aaron Gordon. While he's inefficient at times, Aaron Gordon is still a polarizing player on the court. He's arguably the best dunker in the game and one of the best pure athletes as well. Aaron Gordon stands at approximately 6'9", 220 pounds, and boasts an insane 40-inch vertical. That's crazy for a player his size. But that's the part everyone knows about Aaron Gordon. Nobody talks about the other aspects of his game, including his newly refined mid-range game and added 3-ball. Gordon is shooting approximately 40% from mid-range, an increase from his low 30% shooting in previous years. He's also increased his 3-point shooting from about 28% to 34%. Gordon is a great young player at just 23 years old. I'll bet good money he turns into an offensive stud very soon. Last year, Aaron Gordon averaged about 17.5 points per game, 8 rebounds per game, and 2 assists per game on 44% shooting from the floor. Finally, at number 1, I have Jamal Murray. Usually these combo guards like Murray don't last long in the NBA, although Jamal Murray has been about as reliable of a guard as any team could hope to have. Coming out of high school and college, he was expected to be successful in the NBA. However, after being drafted by the Denver Nuggets, he lost almost all of his media exposure. But this has definitely ended up working into Murray's favor, as he is now arguably the second best player on the Nuggets behind Nikola Jokic. Last season, at just 20 years old, Jamal Murray put up about 17 points per game, 3.5 assists per game, 3.5 rebounds per game, and about 1 steal per game. On top of these stats, Murray shot 45% from the floor, 38% from 3, and 90% from the line. Jamal Murray is actually the only player at 20 years old in NBA history to put up those specific shooting stats. I definitely believe, in my own opinion, Jamal Murray is the most underrated player in the NBA today. Thank you all so much for hearing out my top 10 underrated players in the NBA. Definitely let me know what you agree or disagree with on this list, and by all means let me know who you think the most underrated players are in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.